Hey everybody, Shane with 3MGTV. We're continuing our series on rap music and the recording thereof. And today, I know a lot of you maybe aren't here for it. You know, I do a lot of theory videos, I talk a lot about bands with instruments and things like that. And there's a lot of misinformation about hip hop and rap music where people kind of poo-poo on it. And today, I've got Wise One and Insane back to explain and dispel some common misconceptions about it. Wise One's going to take the first common misconception. People say rap's not music.
Well, for one, if rap's not music, why is it pretty much in everything we listen to nowadays? We have country rappers, we have rock rappers.
We have verses in pop songs that didn't even have verses before they got on the radio.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
there's just so many different things going into it. It's music and it's also an art form. It's a way to express yourself. Like everyone has this misconception that just, oh, they're just saying this, they're just saying that. That's not what it is.
Well, you know, also in like from a music theory standpoint, like the actual musicality of it, the rhythms are particular. Like you can't just get up there and just say stuff over that beat and it be considered by anybody to be good rap.
Because for one, if it doesn't flow well on the beat or however you're saying it, it's not gonna sound good.
Right. So this idea that it's just totally bereft of musicality is just not the case. Insane Ryan, it's going to take number 2. People say, why is it all you guys rap about is selling drugs?
I'm put it like this. Half of the rappers that rap about selling drugs, half the time never done it in the first place. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. But it's a lot. That's a lot what you get out of a lot of rap today. But real rap is going to come with more than just talking about I'm selling drugs or the degrading of women, you know, or I'm out here doing all this and that, you know, shooting people or whatever, killing. You know, it's more of a form to express yourself. And a lot of people get the misconception, like I said, that most rappers, like you said, just hoodlums, drug dealers, all that. You know, Ice Cube wasn't a drug dealer.
I mean, you've got a real job.
You know, I've got a real job. I don't sell drugs. Exactly. So, you know, my main point is, you know, rapping is more of a way to express yourself, and like they're expressing things that they've gone through.
Right. I mean, I've recorded songs for you and Pete about your mothers and your grandmas and your kids.
Exactly.
And you know, there's no violence and there's no sort of hood culture in that.
Exactly.
As people like to sort of paint it all with the same brush.
Exactly, because it's not all hood.
Number 3, people say no one can understand what you guys are saying.
That in some cases, in mumble rap now, which is what is hot, I can understand. But it's just, I feel like if you've never been through what that person's been through, you're not going to understand it. They say we jumble our words up. And like I said in the earlier video before, we double track to make sure that everything's clear and everyone can understand the exact words that we're saying.
Or we should.
Yeah.
You know, and like we do. But there are plenty out there that are not. And you are getting a jumble.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a black and white thing too, isn't it? I mean,
honestly,
it's similar to how someone from New York might not be able to understand what someone from Alabama is saying.
Oh yeah.
And they can both be white people. Like
exactly.
It can be a cultural thing.
And like I said earlier, with me, myself, and mumble rap, like I said, it's not understanding too much what they're saying.
Well, I mean, in that case, I mean that one's an outlier. I mean that's the point.
Yeah.
But if a person is plugged in to sort of black culture at all, then it's not that hard to understand the words in well recorded rap music.
And that is true.
I mean, I tell you a thing that I just thought about. Do you think that's why like the West Coast rappers were so popular? Because they sound a bit more like me just by being from California. Like, I wonder if that made it easier for mass consumption.
Well, in some points it could, but you have to think about one of the greatest West Coast rappers was from New York.
That's true. That's true. But they're pretty pingy over there too.
Yeah, they are.
Pretty pingy. It is a bit of a jump to go from Snoop Dogg to 3 6 Mafia.
Oh, that is a huge jump.
Because there's some southern sounding dudes.
Oh yeah,
Which
real
is its
Southern.
own thing.
Yeah, that is what it is, and that's a southern thing there.
But there are plenty of people that do understand what you guys are saying, and if recorded well, it can be pretty clear.
Sound crystal clear.
Right. So don't use your lack of sort of language culturing as just an excuse to hate.
That is good. And if you're looking for some good recording, 3MG.
Last one. People say hip hop culture is hurting the black community.
I don't really agree with that at all, because you got to look at it this way. Even before rap was dominant, hip hop, any of that, you had drugs, you had drug dealers, you had prostitutes, way before that, and it's
Right.
not like it all came about just because of the hip hop culture, because it didn't.
Right. I mean, it's not like somebody started rapping and then all of a sudden the hood got bad.
Exactly. Like I said, it was like that. It's been like that.
Right. I mean, we could say that it is like it is sort of the narrative of that situation, but
True, it is, because like I said, you've got a lot of rappers, a lot of people that, they're from the hood. They're from that lifestyle, and like I said in the previous video, they're rapping about stuff that's happening to them, so, you never know what's, going down in somebody's life. They could have got shot at or attacked by somebody, they rapping about that, and like I said, you can get a misconception about a lot of stuff in hip hop.
do you feel like that rap and hip hop go wrong? A lot of people like to say that it romanticizes those negative aspects. Like, do you think that's so bad, or is that just like, how else are you going to explain the situation?
Well, on that note, I don't think it too much romanticizes everything. I think nowadays all these rappers kind of blow things out of proportions, like the drugs, the grading of women and all that stuff. Like I said, rap is not based on all of that. Like I said, rap is based on going through hardships, the hardships and struggles, and we're just putting it on paper, and we're telling people about it. It doesn't come from any of that drug use, prostitution, any of that stuff right there.
Yeah, it's definitely not the cause.
Yeah, it's definitely not the cause. No, not at all.
All right, guys. I know that was a bit more of a serious video, but I hope that we got a little bit of insight and maybe could start a bit of a conversation, since we got it from guys that are actually doing it. Let me know what you think. Like the video. Leave some comments. Let's have a discussion about what we really think about this type of music and why.